Now, when you get there, after you've discussed your symptoms and they are readying you for the procedure of an endoscopy, an upper endoscopy of your throat area, they're going to give you a solution that they squirt up your nose. It's kind of like just putting a saline solution, or using a sinus wash. If you're familiar with that feeling, that's kind of what it's like, more like a sinus wash feeling. So it's going to be usually a mix of Afrin, which is a nasal spray that they do sell or used to sell over the counter, that helps clear out. It's like a steroid spray that helps clear out all your passages so that the doctor can put the scope in and see everything very well. So they're going to give you a mixture of Afrin mixed with lidocaine, which is a numbing agent, so that all your passageways and down your throat will start to become numb. It usually lasts about 30 to 45 minutes, so the doctor has time to perform the endoscopy test. Don't get nervous as you get it, because when I had it, my throat was extremely irritated. So as soon as they shot it up my nose and it started to go down my throat, I started to choke. It was more just a gag reflux sensation because everything was so hypersensitive. But then as my throat started to numb, I started to panic a little bit, because I felt like for a second I couldn't swallow. And that really stressed me out because I was already suffering with globus sensations in there, the way it was. So don't panic when you get that feeling. It is normal. It's from the lidocaine. Try to put yourself mentally somewhere else while this is happening. Like, try to close your eyes and just focus on breathing in, out really slow, and just trying to settle yourself and center yourself, calm yourself if you're starting to feel yourself panic because this happens. It probably won't happen to you, but it did happen to me because it was something I wasn't expecting. So I was already taking panic attacks because of the globus sensation. So this was definitely a sensation that I wasn't expecting. So I did kind of center myself again, and then I was fine. So if this happens, just calm, breathe, know that this is normal, it will pass, and that something good is going to come from this, because you are getting a test, and this test is going to tell you now and confirm what you have, and you can start beginning treatments to start feeling better. So all of this is a good thing, even though it seems like a terrible thing right in the moment. So it is for the greater good. So after, when the doctor comes, you can also ask ahead of time for him to use a smaller scope, like the thing that they're going to insert up your nose, because it is a little bit more comfort than having a larger camera, a larger scope insertion. The doctor did tell me that he used one on me that they use for very petite people or for children, because I am a small person. So I really appreciated that, and it made me feel well cared for, that the doctor was concerned for me and wanted me to feel and have the best experience and feel the most comfortable I could. And I really appreciated that. So you can always ask them to use a smaller size, so that you feel a little more comfortable, if that is something that the doctor can do and that is available. So initially, now after you're numbed, the doctor is going to take this little camera, this scope, and it is on a long, it almost feels like an antenna, like a flexible antenna. I really didn't look much. I closed my eyes a lot just so I can relax and focus and let the doctor do his job, and I would not get anxiety from it. So the camera it's on the end of this little scope, this little stick, and it has a light on it, and he will insert it up one of your nostrils. And I've always seen people do this on videos and stuff, like and it would always freak me out, like where they put a piece of spaghetti up their nose and it would come down their throat and they pull it out of their mouth. Well, think of that as silly as an analogy as that is, but that's basically what this camera is doing. So to avoid the gag reflux, because I didn't realize they went up your nose, I thought they actually just put it through your mouth and went down your throat. They go up your nostril, and then they will come down, and they will go down into your throat to view the area and see what's going on there. It's very quick. It only happens for a couple seconds. And then after the doctor does that, he will remove it and most likely insert it through the other nostril, just to make sure everything looks good here in your nasal cavities, and go down again on that side, and then pull it out. Your doctor may ask you to say the letter E. My doctor asked me to do that a couple times, so I'm assuming when I did that, it did something with my vocal cords or opened up an area to allow the camera to come down. And then when I stopped speaking, the camera was in there, and then he asked me to say it again and then took the camera out. So that is just a little rundown of what the procedure entails.